I was an angry, troubled child, and I picked a fight with one of my classmates in the cafeteria, and I threw yogurt on her, and then I got sent to the principal's office.
The first time I had met her, she was already sitting in my outer office. One of my assistant principals had already dealt with the behavior and actually had suspended her. She was just this sweet-looking little innocent child sitting there, kind of defeated, hopeless. So I asked her, is that appropriate behavior? Is that something that you would do if you were out at a restaurant with your family or friends? And that's when she said no, that she didn't get to go to restaurants. So I'd ask her, okay, so why, don't you go to restaurants? And she said, well, that she lived in a group home and they just never got a chance to go. So at that point, I had felt like she just needed a hand, needed help. Recognized that she needed something to go in her favor, maybe for once.
I knew that when Jason brought it up that it wasn't something that he was taking lightly because of our heartbreak before. We had been through infertility treatments. We had tried for years to have kids of our own, even though Fraven would be open to coming and living with the principal.
It was really weird at first because, in my mind, I thought of him as the bad guy because I was always, getting in trouble, but it was my fault. And so it was, really weird at first. But then for my first weekend visitation, they made me feel extremely welcome, I was already in the family. I feel like I always knew that they were going to be my parents.
She came to live with us on June 23rd, 2015, and we fostered her for about 2.5 years before we were able to adopt her. She's brought purpose to our lives. So, she has given us as much as we have given her, if not more. So we can't imagine what life would be like without her at this point.
All kids, regardless of age, need an opportunity to feel loved, to be successful, and to make something of themselves. And unfortunately, she really hadn't had that by the age of 11. She hadn't had those opportunities. So every child can be successful. They just need somebody to support them and be in their corner to help them overcome the difficulties of life.